How do I even take a thumbnail of this pile? Half of the pile? I mean, I don't even know. We're gonna try. All right. Oh, our battery is dying. So we'll see then once we replace the battery. Hello friends, welcome to today's video. Today's video is a book haul. Yeah, a lot of this is my birthday book haul because my birthday was in November, and of course, if you're a reader, a lot of people end up getting me books, which I can definitely not complain about. I love getting books, and I got some really great ones. Some of these I've already read, which you'll see in some of my wrap-up videos, my November one, and some coming up. But I'm excited to tell you guys about these books. I don't want to spend forever on each one, but we'll just kind of try to fly through them and yeah, get into it. So I'm just so excited to share these with you guys. The first one is actually a cookbook. I actually really do enjoy cookbooks, and this one is by one of my favorite bloggers. She her name is Natasha and she is from Ukraine as well, like I am, and I've loved her blog. I always said when she comes out with a cookbook, I want it because her food is a lot of Ukrainian and Russian food, and she just has really great recipes that are easy to follow, that are really good. This book is more so a mix. That's one thing I wish that it was more Ukrainian and Russian recipes, because I feel like that's kind of lacking in the cookbook market, personally, at least here in the United States. So I do wish that it had more of that, but it does have some Ukrainian recipes that I've liked from her, but it does have a lot of other recipes as well. So even if you don't want to cook Ukrainian or whatever, you know, there's a lot of other more kind of, I guess I would say, like American recipes or different dishes. They're really good. It's just easy recipes to follow, but delicious too, and I really like her a lot. And so I was so excited that I got one of these for my birthday, because like I said, I've wanted a cookbook for her from forever, and this is her first one ever. So excited, love her a lot. Then the next one that I got that I'm so excited to read, you probably hear that a lot, is this book, Powerless. I have just been hearing so much about it that it's like 5 out of 5 star read for so many people. All I know, I'm going into kind of blind, all I know is I believe that it's enemies to lovers, if I'm correct. Fantasy, I think, but someone, I think it's her, she's being hunted. There's a hunter and a hunter. And I love the cover. I'm so excited to read this. Yeah, just the blade, everything. I'm so excited. That's all I know. It's Peyton and Kai. So we'll go, and hopefully this is my next one. I'm so excited to pick this up. Then I got this book for my birthday as well from my husband, Red Rising. This is something totally kind of different for me. I believe this is a sci-fi series. I am not a big sci-fi person at all. I don't think I've read anything sci-fi, but I'd like to try to venture out. I've heard a lot of people say that this is really good. It's part of a trilogy, I believe, but I just got the first book. My husband got it for me, so I'd like to try it out. It's not too bad. It seems like it's like a little, like 350 pages, so not bad. So we'll see how it goes. Again, know nothing about it. The cover's pretty cool, but it'd be great if I really get into it, because it's part of a trilogy and I do like. Yeah, I'm just really excited to see if that is something that I like, that I'll hopefully get really into it, because then there's 2 more books, and I love having a great series to really get into and follow for a few books. Let me know if you've liked this or if you've read it and your thoughts on it. I'd love to hear about it. All right, the next book, my brother gave me this for my birthday, is the 3rd book in the Hawthorne Brothers book, is The Final Gambit. I have not read this, and it's the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition, I guess. So that was really nice of him. He's so cute. He's my 15-year-old brother, and his birthday is the day before mine. So we kind of, you know, celebrate our birthdays together, but it was just fun. He was like, here you go, you like to read books. And I was like, thanks. So it was really cute, because I have not read this one, and I think I have the first book. I don't think I have the second one. Actually, I read it from Libby, but I did get this one from him because I have not read this yet. So excited to finish that trilogy finally. Like, I've heard a lot about it, and I did like the other 2 books. So excited to see where the rest of the series goes. Then this one, I don't think I've talked about this one. This was my October book of the month book. I have not read it yet. I started it. But it's When I'm Dead. So it's a thriller, not very lighthearted, as you could tell by the cover. I believe it's a mystery and a thriller, but there is a woman and her, so there's a teenage girl found dead, and now her friend is also missing, and so they're trying to follow that. And I started it at the time and it was October, but now I just feel like I'm not really in the mood in December for like a scary murder book. So maybe down the road I'll read it. I don't know if I'll get to it in December, but I was curious to try this because it's not something I've read before, and yeah, I was just curious to see how it is. Then this one is another one that my husband picked up for my birthday from my wish list. It is Pack Up the Moon, and it follows the story of Joshua and Lauren passes away from like a terminal illness. Right there on the back. But she passes away from that, and so it kind of gives me like P.S. I love you if you've seen the movie, but like reversed. So she has this plan that she knows he's gonna struggle after she passes away, and so her plan is to then give him like a challenge or like a letter every month after her death that he has to complete. And I did get into the book, but it's just hard because I feel like it is very emotional and it is like sad because I heard a lot about it. I think it has the potential to be very beautiful, but honestly, I just have not been in the mood to keep reading it because we recently had a death in the family, which is also part of the reason I have not been uploading as much last month and just like the last month and a half, just because there's just been a lot of things going on in our life, and I feel like after going through that experience and having a death and just, it's a lot, I just wasn't really like feeling it to be reading about more family members dying, you know. So, but I am really excited. I feel like it'll be a really good sad book, if that makes sense, you know, when you're in the mood for a sad one. And like I said, I've heard a lot about this, and so I definitely am excited to have it, to check it out, but I'll read it when the moment is right for this kind of book. Then this next one also my husband got for me is The Ledge, or yeah, The Ledge, but this one also I just love the cover. And this one I had just on my wish list because I think I saw like recommendations on Instagram somewhere, probably like a random quote, and I was like, yes, I want that. So I don't know, I can't even remember, but it was on my list. I've already gotten into it. I'm about 100 pages in. It's an enemies to lovers, takes place in a fantasy world. It's a fantasy enemies to lovers, I would say. And it takes place in this kind of world where it's like ice, and they're like, they live on the ledge. It's essentially like an ice mountain or ice world, and there's these people that are like the Galatians, they're kind of called. It's kind of like the Fae, but they're, you know, the Galatians, like this people, and there's obviously they're enemies with these other people, and so of course there's the Galatian, and then Dawson, I think is her name, the female character, and there's a story there, so I don't want to give it away, but excited to keep reading with this one. It's just a good fantasy, and it's also part of a trilogy, and I like that it's not super long, so you honestly can get through it pretty quickly. Right, then the next book that I purchased, that I got, was Iron Flame, as I'm sure probably a lot of you did. I had this on pre-order, and I was able to get like this black straight edges, so that was nice. And yeah, excited to have this on my shelf. I really liked the cover. If you want to see my thoughts on what I thought about this, because I did read it in November, watch my last video, my November wrap up, and to hear more thoughts about that. But I'm so excited to be back with my dragons, and just really cool cover too. I really wish there was more than just black sprayed edges, especially after the first one. Like, we had the cool dragons, which I have that one. I'm like, why? I mean, it's not terrible, but I just kind of wish there was something else. I was like, even if it was like ombre or something, not just black edges. And then along with that, maybe I should try to get it out, is that I ordered the mystery book that, you know, people were freaking out about, but ended up being like the special edition of Fourth Wing. I did pick it up because I do really like the Fourth Wing series, and it's nice, I guess. Yeah, it goes along with Iron Flame, so it's nice to have on my shelf. I do really wish, I wasn't like, after I found out what it was, I was like, oh, I don't think I really needed this because I have the original with the dragons too, and I like that one a lot better. So I might actually maybe gift it to someone in my family who likes it as well, because I kind of was like, yeah, it's cool. It's a different cover, but I'm not like obsessed with it, but it is nice to have. So I did haul this one as well. Then I purchased, or was given, so I got the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. So this one was given to me for my birthday from my sister-in-law, so thank you to her. Loved it. Again, if you want to hear my thoughts, but I will say I'm obsessed with this series. I love it. So I got that one, and then I got the second book and the third book. I like right away, as soon as I got into the second one, people, less than 24 hours, I stayed up. I could not stop reading this book, and I was like, as soon as I got into like the second chapter, I was like, yeah, we're gonna need the third. Like, we need this bad boy. Like, we need to have it on deck, ready as soon as this one's done. Good thing, because I finished this, like I said, within 24 hours, and I was like, where is my third one? So I bought these two, loving it. I really wish that I'm like, I probably should have, you know, I hate when like the paperback and that whole situation, so I might maybe repurchase the hard cover, so it matches the whole series, but so excited. This is one of my favorite series of the year. Love it. Then I picked up, and you can see some of these in my wrap up for November. I had, this one was gifted to me as well, the Colleen Hoover book Without Marriage. I'm trying to get through all the Colleen Hoover books. Kind of follows a family drama, high school. There's a little bit of trauma as always with Colleen Hoover books. This one I would say also kind of reads a little bit, if you hear yelling, my kids are playing video games upstairs. They're playing FIFA, so I'm like, I think someone just scored. Yeah, so this one has a little bit of self-help book vibes, I would say. At the end talks about depression and other things, important topics, but just so you know, that's this one. Then I picked up this one as well. I'll talk about it in my last video also. This one is a book by Jennifer L. Armentrout. It's a romance, college romance. It's part of a series. I'm excited to try the other ones. Yeah, so this one was also a pickup for me. This one is a, I guess, nonfiction or Christian book. It is by Bob Goff, which he is a Christian writer. I really enjoy his books. And this one is called Love Does. This one is actually released a long time ago, but I finally got a copy for myself. I just really enjoy him. I feel like if you are somebody who is a Christian, or also if you just wanting to learn more about Christianity and just different things, he just writes in such a way that's engaging and interesting and like provocative. It gets you to think, but it's also funny, and he likes to make me laugh, and I just really like his books. So I've already gotten a little bit into it, and I'm really enjoying it. And it just talks about how to love others, like through our actions and our life every single day. So I'm really liking this one. We're almost at the end, you guys are flying through. Then the next one, oh yeah, this one, okay. So these last few, I'll scroll through this. These were part of a series that my friend gave me for my birthday as well. So I had one of the other books already, but she got me the rest of the series that I didn't have. And I love that she thrifted and found the old covers for me so that the set matched, right? She's a fellow book reader, she understands. So, because now they've remade the covers, but I prefer the old ones. And so they're fairy tale retellings in like a dystopian world. I would say, if you haven't read it, it's the Lunar Chronicles series. But so there's Scarlet, this one's so pretty, Crest, and Winter, and then we have Fairest. It's just so cool, and like I said, I love the old covers. I recommend checking out the series if you have not, but so excited to have this whole set. Look how pretty it is on my shelf. And then the last two books, which again, I won't go too much into it, but I talked in one of my last wrap-ups, is these books that I picked up, Binding 13 and Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh. These are hefty, big books, but I love these so much. They're also one of my latest obsessions. I just ordered the next two books in this series from Blackwell's. I like these covers. I love the story. It follows the book. It's called The Boys of Tommen, I never know series. It takes place in Ireland. Kind of like high school romances, but so much more, just talking about difficult issues in life. It's so good. If you liked Magnolia Parks, I feel like you would love these, but I'm just so glad to have these on my shelf. They're so pretty, and I can't wait to get the next two books. We did it! Woohoo! That was like, I think, the fastest book haul I have ever done. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching, and join me in my next video. Comment also down below what has been your best, I guess, book haul in the last few months, or library haul if you've gotten some stuff from the library as well. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone!